It's 6 o'clock.
And now, this is the news.
The news.
On 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Now let's take a look at the headlines in the news this evening. Public servants in Lagos State to get new minimum wage with effect from the 1st of November. Protesters demand shutdown of social media and hate speech bills. Army releases over 900 Boko Haram suspects. And on the foreign scene, U.S. advises citizens against traveling to Burkina Faso. The details of those and more shortly.
The news. Timely, fresh as it breaks on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And now, the business news.
Hello there. Great evening to you. Thank you for staying with us. And now here's the news in detail. I am Godwin Asukwo. With effect from the 1st of November 2019, public servants in Lagos will start enjoying the new minimum wage as the state government has approved its implementation. This information was contained in a statement signed by the head of service, Hakeem Muri-Okola. The statement further explained that the payment of salaries for the month of November is delayed in order to adequately process the payment of the new wage. Muri-Okola also said the approved minimum wage and consequential adjustment are more than the federal government's approved recommendation. The government then had urged public servants to show more commitment, dedication and selflessness in the delivery of qualitative service to the citizens of Lagos. Our correspondent reports that public servants on grade 7 will enjoy 30% increase, level 8 to 10 receives 25% increase, 12 to 14 get 22.5% increase, while level 15 to 17 will now enjoy 20% increase. Meanwhile, the Lagos State University Teaching Hospital has called for higher budgetary allocation to the health sector. Speaking on today's edition of the Morning Crossfire on 99.3 Nigeria Info, Lagos Associate Professor of Pediatrics at LASUTH, Elizabeth Disu, lamented the high level of premature births in the country, which she attributed to multiple abortions.
We worked with UNICEF recently and we carried campaign.
And our childcare and disability expert Joyce Onofowokon urged the government at all levels and non-governmental organizations to support parents of premature babies and also implement policies that will protect them. Still in Lagos, an environmentalist, Desmond Majekudumi, has advocated the need for a huge awareness campaign to make people aware of the health benefit of disposing waste appropriately. Desmond Majekudumi made this call while reacting to the recent call by the Lagos State House of Assembly seeking community service for people who dump refuse indiscriminately. In a chat with our reporter, Emete Kefe Akpovovo, Majekudumi asserted that Lagos State has a large population that makes it easy for disease infection to be carried by waste if not effectively managed. He added that the awareness campaign should be backed up by various agencies of government that supply the necessary facilities for the disposal of waste.
If we're not disposing of our waste very, very effectively, we could have terrible consequences. So it's not that we just put all the waste into one bag and throw it somewhere. That's really, really terrible. We need to separate it. And then there should be separate collection for those wastes, which will be handled appropriately.
A bill to mandate the federal government to earmark 40% of the national budget for capital projects has passed second reading at the House of Representatives. The bill, sponsored by the Speaker Femi Gbajabiamila, seeks to mandate the federal government to create a monitoring process to ensure the implementation and enforcement of the bill when it's passed into law. The bill, according to the Speaker, also provides that upon commencement, the Accountant General of the Federation shall submit quarterly reports on the performance of the capital budget. The bill also provides for penalty of up to 5 years imprisonment or fine of 50 million naira or both for violation or any attempt to frustrate the implementation of the bill. Meanwhile, a group of young Nigerians today stormed the National Assembly in Abuja, demanding the shutdown of social media and hate speech bills. Speaking on behalf of the group, activist DG Adeyanju maintained that Section 24 of the Cybercrime Act of 2015 has captured the provisions of the proposed bills. He said that Nigerians must stand against these bills, lamenting that it's taking tyranny to the next level. He, however, wants the bill to be shut down by the 9th Senate.
We are faced with two obnoxious bills, the anti-social media bill and the hate speech bill. These bills are completely out of place. They have no place in a democracy. And whether anybody likes it or not, this is taking tyranny to the next level. And Nigerians must condemn it. Nigerians must not condone it. Yes. These bills have no place in our laws, in our nation, because the Cybercrime Act of 2015 has already aptly captured the provisions of this bill in its entirety. We believe that it's an overreach and an overkill, and that this will only land the country in deep trouble.
Speaking further, the activist berated a statement credited to the President of the Senate, Ahmed Lawan, that the Senate will expressly grant every request by President Muhammadu Buhari.
Unfortunately for the Ninth Senate has a very bad image, an image of a rubber stamp legislature, an image that is further impugned upon by the statements of Senator Ahmed Lawan when he said, and I quote, that whatever the president wants, the National Assembly will graciously grant him such prayers. Such a statement has no place in a constitutional democracy where there's clear separation of powers. The National Assembly is an independent arm of government. It should not be a department in the presidential villa.
One of the candidates in Saturday's supplementary election for the Kogi West senatorial seat, Dino Melaye, was at the INEC headquarters in Abuja today to submit another petition calling for the cancellation of the forthcoming poll. Melaye wants the exercise to be cancelled over what he describes as intimidation of voters and violence in the first conduct of the poll. The PDP candidate asked INEC to postpone the exercise, alleging that the electoral umpire did not include some of the polling units that were cancelled during the November 16th election in the forthcoming supplementary polls.
How can you say places where people have died and there are INEC reports by electoral officers covering those places to say that ballot papers were snatched, there was shooting, there was violence, and yet you are not asking for a supplementary election in those places? This mandate is our mandate, and the panel made a recommendation for downward review of the places where elections will take place, and it was inadvertently reduced from 25,000 to 5,000. So there is a precedence. INEC have done it before, they can do it again. In fact, they must do it again.
The Israeli envoy in Nigeria, Shimon Ben Shoshan, has stressed the need for constant dialogue among Nigerians. According to him, this is to ensure peaceful and religious coexistence in the country. The Israeli ambassador, alongside Jewish rabbi in Lagos, Jerusalem-based Islamic cleric, and the founder of Vision Africa, a faith-based organization, made the call at a one-day roundtable on the significance of peace, tolerance, and coexistence among adherents of different religions. The envoy also said it was a wrong interpretation of the Holy Scriptures for religious differences among people to be the cause of war and conflict. 983 suspects cleared of alleged links with Boko Haram terrorists have been released by the Nigeria Army. The detainees have been handed over to the Borno State Governor Babagana Umaru Zulum in a ceremony in Maiduguri midweek Wednesday. The theater commander of Operation Lafia Dole, Major General Olusegun Adeniyi, said the release is sequel to months of investigation in which the over 900 out of those detained at the military detention center were found to be innocent. This news continues shortly with business, foreign news, entertainment, and sports.
Nigeria Info, your number one for news. Always spot on, fresh and direct on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
And now the business news.
The Nigeria Customs Service Tinkan Island Command today decorated 120 of its officers with the new ranks. This followed their recent promotion for the diligence and their dedication to work. The Customs Area Controller Musa Abdullahi advised them to continue with their hard work and professionalism, which stood them out for promotion. He said it was important for the promoted officers to work in accordance with the vision of the Controller General of Customs, which is contributing to the economic growth and development of Nigeria.
Comptroller General and the management has deemed it fit to promote them after fulfilling the necessary requirements. They've been loyal, committed, and hardworking. The elevation comes with a lot of expectation, and it means they have to redouble their effort. They have to be very loyal, committed, and work very hard. We have to achieve our target.
Reacting on behalf of the newly promoted officers, the Deputy Controller Umar Baraka thanks the service for conducive work environment and promised not to relent in doing their best.
The Custom Area Controller, Tinker Island Port, for giving us the opportunity and making the environment conducive enough for us to work and reach these heights. I wish to state on behalf of the officers that to whom much is given, much is expected. Try very much to ensure that we put in our very best, comply with the rules and regulations of the service, and do the utmost we can to make this service proud of us.
And now, the foreign news. The foreign news.
The U.S. has raised its travel advisory for Burkina Faso to level 4. The country's government has asked its citizens not to travel to the country due to terrorism, crime and kidnapping. The State Department said it has ordered all family members of U.S. government employees not of age to leave the West African country, and said it had authorized the voluntary departure of non-emergency U.S. staff and family members.
Take it away with the entertainment news.
Gary Rhodes, the celebrity chef known for his spiky hair and passion for British cuisine, has died at the age of 59. According to a family statement, Rhodes died on Tuesday. With his beloved wife Jenny by his side, Rhodes died in Dubai, where he ran 2 restaurants, Rhodes W1 and Rhodes 2010.
Now, updates on the sports news.
Let's take a look at sports. Egypt's 2-time Africa Cup of Nations winner Hani Said has retired from football with immediate effect at the age of 39. He made his announcement after his side's 2-1 loss to visiting Haras El Hodood in the Egyptian League on Tuesday. Said will be taking up the post of the sporting director at Egyptian rivals Pyramids. As well as winning the Nations Cup in 2008 and 2010, his club career included stints in Italy, Switzerland and France. Now to end the news, let's take another look at the top stories.
Nigeria Info, your number one for news. Always spot on, fresh and direct on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Public servants in Lagos to get new minimum wage with effect from the 1st of November. Protesters have stormed the National Assembly to demand the shutdown of social media and hate speech bills. The army has released over 900 Boko Haram suspects, and on the foreign scene, we told you that the United States has advised citizens against traveling to Burkina Faso. That's the news edited by Babatunde Pratt. Thank you for listening as usual. I am Godwin Asukwo. The news continues online, remember, on our website www.nigeriainfo.fm. On social media, Twitter handle is @NigeriaInfoFM. On Instagram, we are Nigeria Info FM Lagos. And on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. Thank you for listening.